Oh, we're watching it prize number 3. Interesting. Oh, this is different. This yellow, red, different. No, it's not.
And it's time! We're here! Howdy, howdy, howdy. Could you hit the light over there, Chaz, if you do not mind? Woo! All right, we were just carving down a little dinner before this episode started. How's everybody? Howdy, Sarah. Howdy, Alex. Orca Brand, now with less mercury. Yeah, that was just a little fun thing to start this stuff off with. Well, how are y'all doing today? Welcome to Sidetreks, MCubed, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. Not the MCube part, the Sidetrek part. MCube, we like a little bit of everything. But Sidetrek, you know, we focus on some sci-fi. Which we're going to do today. A little more space fantasy, of course. A little space opera with the Acolyte. I don't know if it even culminates itself into a space opera or something like that. But howdy, Mark. How are you? Let's see. Any predictions for tonight's episode before we jump into this thing? The episode has dropped, I believe. I am checking. Yep, we have our final episode. How many minutes is it? It is 49 minutes. Is that our longest episode? Yeah, that's our longest episode. Oh, excuse me. Wow.
How long are we going to watch them walk?
How long are we going to watch them walk is a great question. Already started the recap. All right, let me get past the recap real quick. We'll do that, and then I'm going to pause it right at a number that I will tell you in a few moments. We're going to get with it. Here we go, y'all. Skipping the recap. We know what's happened. It hasn't been all that much. All right, pausing right at the helmets. I'm paused at 1 minute, 16 seconds. Still holding out. We can force Justified Nerd into watching this. The Power of Many. I hope Justin will watch it just for something to talk about. But oh god,
I don't blame him though.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all.
It's NCAA day.
It's a big day.
Has he been streaming it today?
Peter, I haven't checked. He said he was going to stream it though. Just dropped in to say hi. I'm only on episode 2, so won't stay. No worries, Peter. Good luck. Catch up. Watch it all on 2-speed, and you'll enjoy it much more.
Watch the Afterthoughts as you're going through if you want.
Yeah.
Just because we say some interesting things, and we'll probably say the things that you're feeling.
Yeah. to toss on the watch party alongside, you know, you can always do that in the now, even though the watch parties were in the past. But yada yada. We're getting ready for this one. We're 1 minute 16 seconds. Is everyone ready? Yeah, let me know. Because I am. We are. We're ready. Let me know what we've already started. Let me take this starting soon banner off down here. I could put spoilers on there, but y'all know that. Y'all know that it's a watch party. And afterthoughts. That typically happens, you know, after. See you, Peter. See you soon, my friend. We will hopefully. I'm hoping we do something on Saturday as well, but I know we're doing a nice Sunday stream Saturday. There could be a debate. There's a debate that is going to happen soon. Saturday is what we're looking for. We got to just confirm schedules. Keep your eyes open for a debate. We will let you know in the community post sometime in the next day or two. But are y'all ready? Is it go time? Can I hit play on the Acolyte? At 1 minute, 16 seconds, we're hovering over these helmets. See you then, Peter. All right. Red-Eye Jedi. Somebody give me a go. Somebody give me a go ahead, please. Please. Anybody? Yeah, Red-Eye? Just anybody. Come on. Yeah. Perfect. Let's do this thing. Fingers crossed, y'all. Starting right in the thick of it with this. Oh, God.
Right with the breathing. All right.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Oh, and she's still wearing the helmet. Okay.
So it's immediate.
Oh, and he pops right back in. Oh, okay. What? Is she being possessed by somebody? Is this a helmet of somebody from... Oh, shit.
She possessed him.
Shit.
She possessed him?
Yeah. She possessed him. How? Why? What?
She's too strong.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at her eyes.
That's actually kind of interesting.
Were they...
Played off a little cheesily.
Were her
but
eyes
interesting
like red?
concept.
Did you see that? Or was that just like a lightning thing?
It was. I mean,
That might have been a lightning
Sith eyes
thing.
for a second. Where is she?
She had a saber in her hand.
Oh, wow.
She didn't use it.
She's getting visions of many.
I'm taking mine. You're going where exactly?
I mean, I guess that's something a Sith mother, like a Sith dude would do, like set you up so he can still be there while you find them to make you do something evil. Oh, evil pip droid. Wasn't able to save you both. He didn't even try. He literally.
He did. No, he did.
I mean,
He was.
well, yeah, but he held the freaking beams up and then couldn't hold two children up. It was nonsensical. Oh, Pip can do that now?
Wasn't a very strong taser.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, Pip wouldn't be able to, like, survive as being a droid if he uses that much battery. Good Pip. Good Pip's back. Oh, no. I'm confused.
It's just reset.
Oh, okay. Wait, see you in hell? Is there a hell in Star Wars?
Religion confirmed.
Is there a hell in Star Wars? Is that, I don't know, is that something that's ever been confirmed before in, like, Legends, or quote-unquote Legends, really just old lore? Damn. He doesn't care at all.
Shit. Oh, wow.
Soul said.
Just said, fuck it.
Soul's gonna be the bad guy. Is it where all the dead Jedi are? Oh, hell. I mean, from the way Leslie Headland set the Jedi up, maybe. Is he actually about to shoot her?
He's locking on.
Oh, I was looking off on this screen. Oh, damn.
They spent half their budget on this sequence.
Yeah, honestly. This is a very expensive sequence.
Yeah. Well, the particles and shit.
Did Basil just keep him from killing her?
Yeah, he did.
Ha! Well.
Oh.
So,
Are we just ignoring that they're just getting smacked by rocks?
I mean, that
Like they might be small.
it was a cool thing to do, but it makes no sense
It
that they
makes
would be.
zero sense.
They need to be far more damaged than what's going on. Especially Soul Ship. That should have taken. Oh wow. Ooh. Heavy first hit there. Every Coruscant shot for 3 seconds costs $1 million.
Where is he?
Maybe. He's a frickin' senator, and he's not Plagueis. He's not Tenebrous.
It's not bad, actually. And I'm fine. This must be.
Show of power right after that.
Using the Force to open an automatic door.
Yeah, that's. Interesting.
So, how did her Force ghost just walk up and go like this?
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you. Maybe he is a Sith. Maybe he's both.
So what? There's been multiple Sith Senate people.
I mean, Plagueis was a banker,
But I give you the impression that I was a fair person.
and I guess was a member of the Senate too.
It's like, but like, if all this happened once,
That's fair.
doesn't that make the whole?
Wait, hold up.
Oh,
We're
sure.
talking.
You
A
should be
lot.
trained. Would you ever consider?
No.
There we go. Oh, that's Plagueis. We've got Plagueis. We've got Plagueis. That's Plagueis.
So that's the way they chose to show him for the first time? Just creepily around the corner? Okay.
Wait, was he able to just land perfectly fine?
Yeah. Well, he didn't get sent out of orbit. She did.
I know, but didn't he like
Bigger ship.
tumble roll
We've had lots to solve.
in
And it's
space?
responded to get back home. Where is he?
She's. It's all Vernestra's fault. Interesting.
There's no spaceport, but there's landing site near our fortress.
Nice. Did Basil stay with the ship?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Or at least
It
it
seems
showed
like-
him stay. It didn't show him leave.
Okay, okay. Ooh, come on. Give me something good. Bum, bum. PTS Dizzle.
To the scene of the crime.
I like how
Very
Ocean's
well,
essentially
they're
dressed as
operational.
Meg. Did he just
Voodoo
witchify?
magic. He voodoo magicked himself.
Yeah, he witchified voodoo magic himself. I still really, I wish these were like Earth witches or something.
I like
that could be
this.
so cool.
I like this going back to the scene and seeing it later. I always love shit like that.
I
But-
do. It's poetic.
Oh, the witches are dead.
Oh, they're haunting the place or something. So okay, we did rewatch a little bit of the last episode before this, with all the other witches dying whenever they were severed.
Oh, no.
When Carrie Ann Moss's Master and Dara cut Kilnock off from their stuff, they all died. Oh well, never mind. I was gonna say, did Kirill die? No, she didn't. She just vanished. I forgot. She didn't. Never mind. Never mind. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Here we go.
Ooh.
Fight. Fight. Or collect your new Acolyte. That's exactly what he's actually doing. I like that it was a hallway fight, but not like a true hallway fight. Hey, that's kind of like
That's cool. I like
that's
that.
a cool little Matrixy kind of shot. I like that. That was interesting. If
I didn't like his face that he was making. He was excited.
if there's one thing the show has done well, it's the choreography for fighting. That's probably it. Come on, Soul, pick up the red lightsaber. Come on. Please. Come on, Soul.
The rest of the show sucks.
The fighting
God,
is
it's so annoying! The fights are so good! But then you remind us immediately afterwards of your shitty writing.
Yeah, then someone speaks. You're like, oh, we're back at it.
Listen to me.
Oh, here we go.
And I guess in the end, you got what you wanted.
Oh, God.
Soul killed our mother. I saw it with my own eyes
They both feel...
He's lied to
Oh,
me.
my God.
every day since you left.
I'm waiting for the pirate version to pop up, which is usually 2 hours after y'all finish the watch parties. Hey, well, no worries, John. Enjoy it as much as you can when it comes out. The fighting's okay. Story so far hasn't been awful, I guess, but it's mostly been fighting, which is nice. Really, thankfully, the story has mostly been Vernestra and the actor from Supergirl that is an actual great actor, so... Only dialogue that hasn't been shite necessarily so far. Soul's using some dark side something right there, like that.
What? Oh.
Oh,
shit. That was a good move.
Master Soul.
Now he's only got the little blade.
No, I think it. Does that? Okay, I guess he has no blade now.
No, because he had that tiny blade at the bottom.
Okay.
But when he was
Oh, now they. Oh, they can't prove that he's a Sith. No red lightsaber and stuff like that. Honestly, he just had to swing that Cortosis thing up. Oh, and now May's gonna
make up
freaking
your damn mind.
May. You're shitting me. So confused.
Good May.
Lightsaber? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's how easy a
That broke
lightsaber
his
breaks?
lightsaber throwing it. They've been thrown off the fucking cliffs.
I mean,
What?
that is 100 years in the future, and they're a lot less janky. These are huge, but still, I get it. The technology has gotten a little better, but not that bad.
Oh well.
Senate.
It's right.
This is when Chimere is realizing maybe I should take Soul. He should have realized
What?
that like an
Whoa,
episode
whoa.
ago.
Badly.
No, I mean, sure, it might be yin and yang, but that's Anakin. They just pulled an Anakin. They
Yeah.
just doubled down on all their bullshit.
And also somebody just.
Yeah, they all have
she
to
saw
die.
herself doing it.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Is that her or is that Chimere? Oh, she's force choking him.
Yeah, she is.
Oh, wow.
She's not even moving.
I thought she was going to stab the man.
Oh no, she's just bringing him down.
Oh, wow. Oh, look. May's going to realize what's going to happen. She's going to try to save Soul, and she's going to get shanked. Or Soul's just about to get shanked. Oh. She's blading her Master Saber, I guess. Damn.
She's gonna turn it on. It's gonna be red.
Yep. Oh, he gave her permission. Oh, God. Squid Game down. Squid Game down. For a character that's done so much cool stuff, that's just one way to go. You know? That's not a great way to go.
A little bit better than that.
Johnny Gooch just goes, I hate this show.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Alright. They brought the Xenopixel saber to set. No prize money. You do not pass go. Do not collect your $200. She's bled the saber. That was pretty slick.
Fire everyone except who worked on the fights.
Yeah.
Fire everybody except who worked on the fights. Because that's fucking cool. God, why does this show suck when it does shit like that?
Darth Plate Me said, any corn dogs tonight, brah? Can you eat something for us, bras? Have a fry. He wants a fry. We've got fries. No corn dogs.
Fry.
But a fry shall be eaten. Let's see what Vernestra does. All right, let's jump into this. Yeah.
That's crap. I'm actually fucking pissed about that.
Black Metal Nazgul. I love that name, man. Oh, Basil. Okay. Darth Tooth, old Smilo Ren, he just disappeared. Quick! Oh wait, what's Vernestra gonna do when she realizes that? Played it, dudes! Yeah, it's just in a to-go thing. Okay, so all these guys.
Oh no, I guess they fixed it first. Never mind. I was literally about to be like, the fuck?
Excited for Cobra Kai. I still have never watched Cobra Kai, but I really would like to watch it. I love all the Karate Kids movies. Maybe not love. This show is trash.
This stupid girl is gonna think May is Osha and Osha is May. May is gonna have a red lightsaber. So they're gonna call her the fucking person. Oh my gosh.
We are not.
What the fuck?
When I felt like I was sucked into this core tunnel.
Yeah,
Yep.
May's hideaway
Come
tunnel.
this way.
Oh, they're gonna see Soul, realize they can't pin it on him, and now everyone has to die. Oh wow, it's a lot of Jedi. 3, 5. Okay.
All the side characters that are about to die.
Okay, we're getting flashbacks from other characters, or at least.
I'm gonna say you weren't here.
Get this guy a corn dog. You know what, Brandon's dad? I agree with you. Darth Plate needs himself a corn dog. You know? Hail the Knights, the Jedi Knights, or the Las Vegas.
What the fuck is that Jedi over there? Look at him. He's got tattoos all on the side of his face and
Did he have
a
horns?
mohawk, huh?
He have
No, he didn't
horns?
have horns.
Okay. Maybe just interesting person. There's Milo.
Smiley just sitting ominous in the distance.
You boys stay off of OnlyFans. Yes, you got it, Brandon's mom. Where's Brandon? Brandon's dad? Brandon's mom? Is Brandon here?
Is he dead? He's dead. He is dead.
Give yourself to the dark side. Yeah, he's dead. All right, okay. Let's watch. I'm gonna count how many Jedi there are. I want to know how many you have to die.
Right at his ass.
Well, because it's her Padawan, right? I think. So that's 7 right there.
That's definitely not the group
8.
that was.
4, 6, 8. Yeah, okay. It looks like 8. The family tree.
Just gonna become evil acolytes? Is that gonna be what it is? They're both just evil?
Everything, you put your faith in the Jedi. Also, when they find out how powerful you are,
I believe the same fate as I will.
Is it limp lightsabers Padawan? Yeah, it's got to be John. It's the only thing that makes sense, especially the way she just looked up like right where he was.
Dark side, I guess.
Join the dark side.
Are you sure?
What?
So yeah, they're gonna flip. They're flipping now. So now Osha will become May, and May will become Osha.
Oh my god!
It's literally what we said was gonna happen 2 episodes ago.
Or
But
like
they're doing
6
it for
episodes.
the-
We've been saying.
But no, I know, but they're doing it for the finale.
Well, yeah. Oh, well, we thought was gonna happen 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Ago, yeah.
Because we thought they were gonna course correct in the season, but they're not.
Quickly.
Oh my
I
god!
can't lose you again.
This is so stupid. Why are you going with the bad guy?
What you're meant to do? I hope Plagueis just wipes them all.
Why does she not go with them? I don't understand. Why would May not go?
Oh god. Also, do you think Chimere is going to allow May to leave and live now? She knows exactly who he is. And if she's gonna go put herself with the Jedi,
I hope she just fucking flails that thing and just turns it on just really quick. Don't even need to separate. There's no reason for it. There is no reason for it. Y'all could go together.
I'm with you. All is one. All is two.
Yep.
That's a box of the stars.
What is he doing?
And the little nice thing.
Did he just like wipe her freaking memory or something?
Or gave her the memory, or took it out.
I give you
What?
you. You can't.
The what?
She wiped her memory.
Is she like an amnesiac now?
He did wipe her memory. What
Oh, yeah.
the hell? Why? What?
So he just made her an amnesiac. There goes Basil. Oh shit.
Don't move. Lay down any weapons that you have and surrender. You're under arrest.
What did I do?
Oh god. Oh, the writing.
Good this is fight-wise and other things, and the writing and the story is just so fucking bad.
You know what else is bad? That dude's wig. Sorry. It's just...
That too.
Remove her restraints.
Oh, here we are. Interesting. Wasn't she just about to use him as a scapegoat?
4 Jedi were saved. Killed his accomplices.
So she did totally use him as a frickin' scapegoat.
Sorry, my friend. Speaking on behalf of the High Council, we wholly condemn the actions of Master Solo.
I think in light of these events, Chancellor, we cannot wait.
Come on.
Fucking.
She, oh god, that's so. Yeah, don't tell the amnesiac she's got a sister. Now you got something, the whole thing to deal with. None of this makes sense.
Mean anything?
Oh, come on.
This is
Why would you say this?
asinine.
This is asinine. Like Johnny's saying, my soul hurts. It like,
Thank you so much.
I think Soul hurt too,
You Jedi
in a lot of
failed
ways.
me. I'm
Uh,
going to make
More like you have failed the Jedi.
you failed everybody, Master.
I need you to help me find someone.
Oh my god.
A pupil of mine. Before I turn to evil.
Oh my
Confirmed.
god!
So it's all
Just
her.
show us this!
It's all her.
You're setting up for season 2 and oh my god! Please just do
There's
it.
a lot of nothing.
Do it
It's just
quickly.
a lot of nothing.
Do it quickly. Please do it quickly. Just do it quickly. Come on, please.
It's the end.
I know, it's the end. Just give us like in the next freaking minute and a half. This is a total setup for season 2, but I know, just this is okay. Come on, give us something.
Sorry.
Give us okay.
Matt? Oh.
Is it Yoda?
Oh.
Are we finally
We
getting?
need to talk.
Oh my god! Now there's freaking Yoda. Now, oh my god! Oh my god!
Wait. I'm sorry. So,
why? What? So there has to be a season 2 now. There will be no season 2. There's not a season 2. There's no way they can do a season 2 with the viewership they've gotten just the first 5.5 weeks
make
alone.
it a fucking movie. You
Just
birds.
to do a movie. Was this why they were trying to get that trending earlier today? Oh, is that what that was? Yeah. That would be why.
That's so crazy. That is actually so stupid. That last 10 minutes was so asinine and stupid.
I was literally about to say the epitome of the word, like the word that epitomizes everything that just happened that you said a minute ago was asinine. And that's what we got. Where do we begin with this episode? It's a great episode. Where should we begin, Johnny?
So now Yoda.
You know what? Let me bring out this whiteboard.
So technically speaking, Yoda's pupil had a pupil who
Wait.
became a Sith.
Well, Vernestra wasn't Yoda's pupil.
She just said master.
Well, yeah, because Yoda's the master.
Well, I guess, but
No, she's not. Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but
That's not her master.
But regardless, he's involved. Okay, still, he's involved. How does he not know?
Well, he's about to, because she's about to tell him, and then
Then what? Completely pretend that's
now,
not a thing?
Oh! Screw all that. I mean, not screw all that, because it makes the next thing make sense. But like, so she's just totally made Yoda complicit in all of this.
Oh yeah.
And Yoda just goes along the next 100 years, just
Pretending like nothing's going on in the background. Unless they're gonna come out and say that's why he says things like dark forces are moving, or whatever. Like, that's so dumb. That's so dumb on so many levels.
You can't tell me
And
the
then they
second.
we called that as being the worst option for the ending as far as copping out, Osha finding out, freaking out, killing Soul, and then they fucking flip sides, and then they blame everything on Soul. We literally said that so long ago, and that is exactly how they did it with that bitch, Vanestra, literally throwing him under the bus after he's dead. That is hysterically bad. And it pisses me off that the fights are so good.
Yeah.
God, it's so stupid. It's like, fire everyone else. Fire everybody except for whoever was working on the fights and choreography and all that shit. Because some of those were good. Like, they had good movements. They didn't even have good shots and shit.
Sarah said it's Yoda's evil twin.
It's Yoda's evil. Yeah, it's Grogu's father.
The flip-flopping's everywhere. And she can't let Yoda. He'll know immediately. So that means he has to be complicit in all this. And Mark, we're gonna get to this. This is gonna get me. This is gonna get me freaking going in a minute here. But Plagueis is in the cave. That was Plagueis. That was immune with Sith eyes. It was Plagueis.
Which they showed for all of 2 seconds in the worst way possible, because they're gonna show him as being. You're not gonna actually see him until episode 6 of the season 2, if there is a season 2. That's the only time you're gonna fucking see him.
Wait, Soul died? Yeah.
Yeah. Literally, Osha just went and just killed him.
It was.
I thought she was. See, my problem is, you could have gotten that same sympathy across, but it would have been so much cooler had it have been her force choking him, and then Saber comes up and does that blue to red shit that they did, because that was fucking epic. That was a really cool fucking moment. But they wasted it. Because had she just been choking him out, lights it, it's blue and it flips red, and she just goes shink. Or stab or something. Like, that could have been so much better. But they went the PG version. They just went and snapped, or she just slowly closed it and held it closed as he just slowly slinked over and fell. And it almost looked like he passed out.
Well, yeah, like Johnny just said, Soul is a master. So did he allow Osha to kill him, or was he somehow overpowered?
He did allow her.
He was caught off guard at first, and then he when he said like, what did he say? Did he say I'm sorry, or he said he said something along those lines, and that was him saying like, kill me, like I just do it.
He said it's okay.
He said it's okay. That's right. So let her kill him out of guilt, just like Torben.
Basically.
Just like Torben 2.0. Literally Torben 2.0. What the fuck? I have to see a pirate copy. Yeah, it's... yeah. I would just skip to the fight. I was about to say, I love you. Crouching Jedi, Hidden Wookiee was the best part of the episode. More fights, less everything else. Yes.
It was just... The fights were great. And like, God, like that blue to red saber idea was so like that made a lot more sense when they threw it. That it like, because I thought that his saber broke, which that was still kind of dumb that it did kind of break, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I felt better with it not being legitimately broken, so that's fair. But like, that's such a cool shot with the blood mixing with the kyber crystal and turn, which is not how it works in any way, shape, or form by any means. Not even a little bit. But it's a cool shot and it's a cool sentiment, and like I like that when she flipped it on, how it like just kind of got engulfed in red right after that. But it should have just been right before, right as she was killing Soul. It would have been a lot nicer. Because they wasted that moment because she didn't do anything with it. She let it turn red and then she put it up.
Yeah, I hate the series, but I can't stop watching this shit show. Well, I don't hate it at the end of the day. Like, I really like the concept of following, like, an acolyte of the Sith. Like the concepts are there, and even within the show itself, the concepts aren't awful. The execution is awful. It's an atrocious execution. It just... was Bucky Beaver sent to sabotage Soul? Why'd the Weasel do that? Weasel was being the good guy. Soul was being a bad guy for a second, honestly.
Yeah, see, I didn't understand that fucking motivation. Because he was about to kill her while they were in space. Like, what was that about? Why was he about to do that? Like, why was he about to shoot her down? Like, I did not understand that at all. Because he's trying to find her. Like, he's trying to bring her back to show that, like, you know, how they were created and everything. But then he's trying to kill her, and Basil has to fucking stop him, and it makes them crash. And by the way, we're going through an asteroid belt, and they're acting like nothing is happening. They're literally rolling around, getting hit by meteors and shit, and not even a shake. Not even a shake to either of them. There's Mace is literally barrel rolling through that thing, and then just hits the planet and everything. It's fine, totally cool.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, you know, he was totally going to kill her, and yeah, he did the Badger, little Bucky Beaver, little Basil in there, he'd sabotage the hell out of it. Oh my god. I totally knew we were about to see it get blood red when we saw it on the ground, zoomed in on the blue crystal. Yeah, I guess it didn't break the saber, it just broke open part of the saber where you could see the crystal at hand.
It was a weird shot.
Shot.
It made sense later, but when I first saw the shot, I thought it was indicating that the saber broke.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all are full of shit. But it makes sense in the moment, or in hindsight, I mean.
Correct, Harris. It was a good concept, just everything else is shit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was really conceptually just fine. Obviously, execution was bad, but the storytelling at hand and first, like, you can tell the writer's room was present for the story beats and weren't there for the actual story itself.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell the team was like, the team was like, okay, this is gonna be cool. You 3 or 4 folks are in charge of it. All right, Leslie, head them and helm them and do everything you need to, and this is what we got. This is what we got. But the bleeding of the lightsaber at least did make me think of Jedi Survivor. When what's his name, Dagan Gera or something like that, the bad guy in Jedi Survivor that was from the High Republic that turns Sith in there, he kind of goes from yellow to red or yellow to an orangey red, and you see it happen kind of in a similar manner. So that was cool. That's what that reminded me of. But like Chaz is saying, the fights are good. Fights are great. Fights are good to great. And then you have the show.
The show immediately opens its mouth, and then it ruins it.
Yeah.
And the silence is great in that show because there's action happening in that silence most of the time. Sometimes they're just walking, but other times they're actually fighting.
The one thing I'll give this episode, it did actually happen to have the best dialogue, and it was just from.
They lost me in the last 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, the last 10 minutes were great, but the first few were good with the Senator and Vernestra. Like, that was actually a decent scene. Vernestra was kind of wooden, but that's just kind of the character, I guess, at this frickin' point. But the Senator dude, I think he had the best dialogue out of everybody in the entire frickin' series.
The beginning of the episode made no damn sense.
Well, it didn't make a whole bunch of sense. Yeah.
The beginning of the episode was actually stupid. Because it started with her right back into the helmet, and she all of a sudden had a vision of where May was. And then, like, didn't show us that, didn't give any inclination of that. The only thing that we saw was it looked like she, like, got in Chimere's head, which was, like...
That was interesting. Yeah, we didn't do anything with that at all after the fact.
She put the helmet on, and I'm assuming it focused her shit, and then, like, he got, and she got on his control, and he took he got her helmet off and got her under control and shit. But she's like, oh, now I figured out the next plot point that we're going to go move towards. That's literally what that felt like. It was like, how do we connect from this scene to this scene? Oh, she just saw it in a vision, but it's not even her. It's like...
It looked like Smiler was possessed. His eyes turned. Yeah, no. His eyes did turn. Osha did possess him for a second.
No, she totally possessed him.
But he was strong enough in the dark side, maybe to fight it.
Yeah,
that's what it seemed like. I thought we were going to see Mom number 2. I guess she's just dead along with all the other witches, or maybe she'll pop up in a season 2, because I'm sure they'll freaking greenlight this instead of giving, like... I know Book of Boba Fett wasn't great. It's a hell of a lot better than this, but it's like somewhere in the middle type of show, you know? And it's not... Thankfully, the Mando aspects of it were, like, really good. But that show should have gotten a season 2 before this was ever greenlit. And they should have learned from the mistakes they made in season 1 to grow and better the show. And hopefully they'll grow and better this show if they do give it a season 2. But the viewership's not there. If y'all have seen those Puck articles that keep getting dropped around today, I am a member of Puck. I guess I could try to figure it out. But if you look at Google it up, let me do that in a second, actually. But the viewership in the first 5.5 weeks is not even a quarter of what Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett had. The show's not sustainable. I don't know why they would even give it a season 2 by any means, but
well, they should make it a follow-up movie. They should learn from them damn mistake with this, because no one's going to sit through this show again. No one's going to sit through this show again. It's like, don't get me wrong, the fight scenes are great. No one's going to sit through this damn show again. Like, it's just, the pacing is just so off. There's so many fluff things, a bunch of unnecessary crap just all throughout the show. It's like, now that this is complete, I can't wait to see the cut of this being a movie, because it's going to be so much better. If you've not watched it, I highly recommend watching that whenever it comes out, because that's going to be the way to watch it. Because it'll look so much nicer, so much better. And the second season should just be a movie. And follow with that. Perfect.
Totally.
Acolyte, two movies. 2 movies, two twins, 2 people, easy, done, get it out of the way. Star Wars story, move the fuck on.
Yeah, this guy's website's the guy that's going to do it. KaiPattersonFilms.com /fan edits. He's done the Obi-Wan Patterson cut, Book of Boba Fett, Book 1 Without a Try, and Book 2 The Name of Honor. Like, and he's doing an Ahsoka one later this month. Infinitely better. Check those out. Like, when the Acolyte comes out sometime in the next year or so, that'll be the time. If you haven't watched it yet, that's when you should watch it.
Yeah.
That's just do yourself a favor and do that. You know?
Yeah, save yourself the extra hour of watch time with them doing unnecessary things. And the thing is things are out of order too, which, like, that really bugs me. It's like just where they chose to put plot points or, like, flashbacks and things like that, they just don't make sense.
You're not Pulp Fiction. Just give us the linear story, please. If you're not
2 full episodes of flashback, and one of them is the episode before your finale.
It's a retread, and it's a complete retread of the other. It's insanity. From what I understand, they have already said there's no season 2. They haven't said there's no season 2. They just said this season does wrap itself up in a succinct way. Which I don't agree with.
How about say it doesn't even remotely in any way, shape, or form.
And
now the main bad girl has amnesia, is with the good guys. The main good girl is now mad with the bad guys.
We're just in the second act of the film.
Yeah. Main characters are dead. There's a conspiracy amongst the Jedi. Yoda somehow is involved.
Yep. Here comes Yoda. Who just said that? Yeah, Brooks just said, I can't believe they added Yoda at the end. It's insane. And honestly, just want some good Star Wars stuff. That's all we're asking for. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm trying to. This show's not good. And don't get me wrong, I did not enjoy it at the end of the day. Like, there were parts of it that were cool, and I'm trying to focus on those parts because, you know, like, it's easy to get bogged down in all the shite aspects of it. And you know, we'll definitely talk about those and discuss them. But, like, that's what we want to hone in on, the good Star Wars. Give us the good aspects. Like, that's what we're saying. Whoever was the fight choreographer, keep that dude, Leslie Headland. Don't give her an Old Republic show. Don't give her a season 2 of this. If anything, if you want to give her a second chance, give her a movie. Give her a half the budget you got for this. Give her a $90 million movie.
A straight to Disney Plus movie.
A $90 million straight to Disney Plus film. That's the only way that this should continue going.
Yeah.
And maybe 90. It really should be 75. It really should be 75. Like, that's all we're asking. Just give us some good Star Wars stuff. I don't care who makes it necessarily. I really don't, though. Like, as long as they care about the freaking story and want to give me something good. And I did, I think it was Nerd Cookies. I was just briefly was on a stream just for like 5-10 minutes watching her stuff earlier today. And just a little rant I caught while I was there. She was saying like, and you know, I am an Andor defender, but the one thing that I will say that Andor doesn't necessarily do well with everything else, but things are trying to kind of form fit towards Andor, which I do enjoy, is they need to have a cohesion of a tone for all of their series. Like, each series doesn't need to have its own tone per se. They need to have an era that is a certain tone. Like Andor, Mando, Rogue One, A New Hope, all those, like, they don't really necessarily feel like the same tone. Of course, they have things that correlate, sure. But it'd be nice to have some cohesion. And that was something that was lacking within this season of this series itself. Like, we're talking right now with the multitude of other shows that are connecting. This one season of this show didn't have cohesion in it, and it's insane. David, was that you that said that a minute ago? Did anyone think Rebel Moon slow-mo action should have left it at normal speed? I didn't think that. The action I thought was just fine. I liked the homage. Those were like Matrix homages, and like, you know, I guess Leslie Headland keeps saying she was watching a bunch of B-movie, like Japanese and Chinese cinema for this. And that was kind of an homage to those, I guess. And I didn't mind it, but because it was quick. But yeah, it ain't great per se.
You talking about the slice?
No, David was saying Rebel Moon slow-mo type action, and I was saying I didn't necessarily think it was that. I liked it because it felt like an homage to Asian cinema and Matrix and stuff like that.
There wasn't a lot of moments of it.
No,
like, there was only a couple brief ones. The one that was the big one was the slice, where they went past each other and, you know, his blade was broke. I like that shot, though. I thought that was a good one. The one shot with them going off the little bridgeway onto the ground floor, where they were kind of like, you could tell that Soul was on a wire, because like, you know, they're in a fight. However, you could tell in his face he was having fun, because he was like, ooh, like he had like a ooh face on as he's being pulled, and it's just like, it's all serious until you look at his face and he's like, woo.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I scrolled back up because Alex said a great thing up here earlier. Remember when Han lectures Luke about flying through meteors?
Yeah,
you would think they would put in the minimal effort and do a little homework. That's giving them some credit. And I don't know if it's deserved credit at this point. Okay, Mark said, didn't Leslie say they weren't allowed to use Yoda? Was that a lie, or was that final shot at the end technically not really using Yoda? So was it allowed?
Yeah, I remember that.
That's literally, I think that's just her saying that in press tours to kind of like throw you off the scent a little bit.
Which, that's dumb.
But it's also dumb because that's a character you'd be like, well,
leave it up to interpretation.
Leave it up to interpretation.
Or just avoid the question. Don't say that it's a legal reason that you can't do it and then end up doing it, because then people are like, wait, what the fuck?
They can't trust you.
Yeah.
They don't know what you're, as a creator, they're like,
you can not give out information, but you can do it in a better way than just lying about the specific reason.
Pull an Andrew Garfield for Spider-Man. I don't know.
Me.
I don't know. I'm not in that. That doesn't look, that's CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever that was. You know, something like that. Earlier, this was funny too. I did see that. Chaz, these characters should be seen, not heard.
Listen, I'm vocal. I cannot help it. I get passionate about things, and I
No,
have to say how I feel.
He was repeating what you said.
Oh.
Because you said these characters should be seen, not heard.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't remember which conversation that was. Yes.
Yeah, it was just a little earlier.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm trying to catch up. Episode 3 should have been episode 1, and episode 7 shouldn't exist at all. Episode 7 and 3 should have been combined into one as the first episode, and then give us the first episode. Well, then episode 1 and 2 should have been combined as well, and that should have been episode 2. Drop both of those at the same time. So then you have your backstory and you have your entire, like, this is what we're doing for the rest of the season.
And then that gives us 2 more episodes to continue from the point that it's at right now where it just ended, where nothing got resolved.
Yeah.
And give us 2 more episodes to at least see Plagueis, at least see some sort of resolution, because there ain't no damn way that girl grew up a Jedi is gonna all of a sudden completely Sith out like that. And, like, I understand, and, like, she even killed the guy, and, like, that's a lot, but, like, you mean to tell me that she went full bore 180, and meanwhile the full bore crazy went full bore 180 normal? Like,
Yeah. I wish they could just take some good Legends books and make some good TV movie adaptations of them. Like, you know, thank you for saying that, because at the end of the day, like we are saying, like, take the good stuff from this, the fight choreography stuff, take it, please, 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 and some of the cool stuff. Grab it where you can. But they have such a rich backlog of things they can use, and I understand you have to pay the frickin' people to license the people that wrote the books, or license the people that filmed whatever they filmed, or created the characters. Sure. But it's not like you're not gonna have to do that from now on anyway, and you're still licensing Yoda, Vernestra, Ki-Adi-Mundi. You literally have to, like, pay extra to just put his name in the credits. Like that, they're doing things for no reason. So if they're gonna do that already, like Brooke's suggesting here, just give us something they already have. Give us the Plagueis. Give us the Plagueis novel. The Plagueis novel. That's like the Plagueis bagel. Can I give a Plagueis bagel, please? The Plagueis novel would be great. Dark Disciple with Asajj Ventress and come on now. Asajj Ventress, Count Dooku, and what's his name? Jedi Quinlan Voss. Excuse me. There we are. That would have been perfect. Any of those would have been absolutely freaking perfect. But here we go. Didn't like Rebel Moon too much. Was okay. Yeah. Didn't hate Andor too much, to be honest. See, I love Andor. It gets so much slander. And I do get it, because the cohesion's not there, I guess. The cohesion, I will secede in that the cohesion is not there within the rest of the Star Wars world. But with how far gone the Star Wars, like, storytelling has gone, I think we really need to bring Andor back. And if we need a cohesive, like, tone for an era, Andor's the tone that we should fall into. I think so. I think Star Wars taking itself seriously again would show something good for the audience. And then maybe in the next couple years or something, in the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years, that's when you maybe jump off of that, like, kind of like serious level, and you go a little more playful. Don't lose the playfulness, but that's when you increase the playfulness again, and you let it take itself seriously. Don't go all Snyder, Rebel Moon, frickin' Justice League, and Batman vs Superman on us. Don't go that frickin' dark on us. I'm not saying that. Leave the levity there, sure, but don't be too silly. Make the fans and make the audience know that, hey, Lucasfilm cares about its product. That's what we really want to see. That's what we want to know, you know. But yeah, Filoni's already backing off his involvement in this, which is good. I'm glad Filoni's backing off his involvement, because that. You know, you heard me in the couple first episodes of this. I was kind of harping on him for even letting this happen. And, you know, at the end of the day, even though he has a lot of power, if Kathleen Kennedy wants something, she'll get it. And I'm pretty sure she probably wanted this and was saying, like, it needed to be done. So it's not really his fault at the end of the day. There's something in there. He allowed, hey, we've got Schmook in here.
What is up?
A few things.
Oh, you liked it that much?
Oh, so much. So friggin' much.
Yeah.
The last 10 minutes were my favorite.
Oh, yeah. So great. We're just catching up in comments and stuff like that right now. And
fair enough. I can't stay too long, but I just wanted to give my thoughts real quick.
Please.
So ultimately not a bad episode. They were able to wrap up things that I think they needed to do. Like, obviously Soul had to die. I was expecting this. I can't remember her name because I don't really give a fuck about any of these characters' names. But, bald green Jedi.
Vernestra.
Yeah. She's clearly just trying to cover this all up because she wants to save her pupil in some way, where it all leads into the destruction of the Jedi, clearly, because if you just reveal, oh, there's a Sith Lord out there, but also I guess she technically doesn't know that he is. But blaming it all on Soul just to make it so people don't dive into it is a problem. Anyway.
Huge problem. And then to make Yoda complicit with it.
Yeah, bring Yoda in immediately.
But you're bringing Yoda in on it. Like, that's the most unnecessary thing of all time. I called it, but it was unnecessary.
Like, who thought that was a good idea?
What?
Who thought that was a good idea? Who thought allowing that was a good idea?
Yeah.
I was just on a little rant about, like...
Yeah,
I was just on a rant about Filoni, like...
Crazy.
Sorry, I don't know. It's just insane. I can't believe that anybody approved this and allowed it to keep moving. Just
No, I mean, it's crazy. But, again, I think the episode was, like, fine. I mean, they were able to wrap it up decently with a bow. Yet, of course, having there be an opening to a season 2. But do we want that? No. But what I do kind of like that I think that they're kind of getting into, especially what I think they would dive deeper into with the season 2, is how, like, around the same time, Osha and May are kind of like turning at the same time. Like, May was always more like the dark side user, and Osha was originally a Jedi, more on the light side. But then we see that clear as day, like, oh, Osha is now going full dark side. She kills Soul with a force choke, which, again, I just think that seems very forced, no pun intended. But, like, it's just solely to progress the story to, like, oh, we need Soul to die so he can't say to the rest of the Jedi, oh, no, there's the Sith are out there. Clearly for canon reasons, which is fine. But, again, I just don't feel like this show is necessary. We don't need to have, unless, like, we can somehow get to a point where it wraps a pretty bow on, like, oh, this is the ultimate setup to the prequel trilogy, like, if involving Plagueis, which, like, okay, what the fuck, you're bringing him in out of nowhere just for a quick shot, but it makes no sense.
It makes absolutely no sense, and just including Plagueis just for that shot, just.
Like, you don't even have a scene with him at the ending, at least?
Anything. Show whenever those two are standing out there, show him, like, brooding over the two of them, and then maybe Chimera, like, smiling, and Osha turning around and realizing, oh, wait, he's not even the master. Like, yeah.
There's a lot of options that they could.
They threw Plagueis in there just for the hell of it.
That's it. Just because
Yoda.
people keep clamoring about it.
It's so that they get a season 2.
Yeah.
It's literally so they get season 2.
But again, to go with my point, though, that now Osha is more dark side. Now May doesn't have her memories, and she's probably going to, maybe they'll train her. But, I mean, obviously she's clearly too old, but, I mean, she's very force sensitive. So it's like maybe it'll be like a Jedi and a Sith, sister and sister, even though they're the same person. I like the idea. I like what they're trying to do with this character. Like, I like how it's like a yin and yang balance type of situation, but I just don't think they're doing it in the best way. And of course, like, making them a forced
virgins, like Anakin.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems with it. But otherwise, I like the concept.
My two biggest hangups are Yoda being complicit now, and the fact that they didn't find a way to say, oh, we thought it was a virgin's, and that would, if they didn't make it a virgin's, it could have been like a cool setup for Anakin in the sense of, like, oh wait, maybe this could happen in the future, and then Plagueis could get the idea from it right here or something like that. And of course, that's literally what they're doing. They're saying that Plagueis is now getting the idea to create life from these two girls. Like, that's how they're gonna do it. That's how they're gonna freaking do it.
And how he's gonna create Anakin, even though technically in Disney canon, it's I think they made it that Sheev did it.
Yeah, didn't they say Palpatine did it? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, what are they trying to do? Like,
oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh god.
It just digs themselves into a huge hole. I just don't get it. I mean, again, like I think that last episode was fine. Like, I mean, some of the I liked a lot of the combat, like between Soul and
Combat's great.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Soul death?
The Soul death is, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I liked Soul, but again, like, and I think he gave his best performance in this episode. But overall, it's like, okay, whatever. Like, so far, this has been pretty much a nothing burger, where I kind of feel like you could have just started this show being whatever they want to do with season 2, where like maybe you open up whatever season 2 would be with like a whole like flashback episode, and then go on from there, where it's like now Osha is this apprentice, this acolyte, and May is with the Jedi, and she doesn't remember who Osha is. But it's like, to me, the season it's so unnecessary. Specifically, like the fact that it's unnecessary because like you put so much time into like this origin to these girls, but like again, none of this will matter because I just don't think we're gonna get a season 2 or anything to continue this. So like basically, it's Disney being like, "Oh look, we're gonna show you Plagueis, we're gonna show you Yoda, you're gonna watch this shit, and we're still gonna give you a shit story in the process." So it's like, okay, but like, what was the point of they did not have to put Plagueis and Yoda in. It pisses me off the most because you're putting in these 2 excellent characters in this shit show.
Oh, they're just dangling carrots.
Oh yeah, they're trying to be like, all right, eat it, like eat this shit up. But it's like, yeah, sure, Plagueis looked cool from that one shot we get, but again, like at least have something at the end with him. I'd rather have had that than that Yoda shot. Have that last scene be like something with Plagueis and whoever. Does he have a name? Who Osha's master is?
Chimere. I guess we don't know his like Sith name or anything like that, but his character name is Chimere.
Okay.
So real quick. So out of Yoda, Plagueis, or the Virgins with Anakin, y'all got to tell me which one is frustrating you the most out of those 3. Or which one makes your eyebrows raise the most? I would ask. Nick, you wanna start us off since you just hopped in?
You said Yoda, Plagueis, and what part?
And then the Virgins that they confirmed that these 2 girls were literally created by the Force.
Right.
Or the 3.
I think my favorite part was Plagueis. I was like, thank you, Schmook, for pointing that out. That was him. I wasn't sure. I was like, wait, I had to like double take.
Clearly
like,
him.
Is that
Clearly
Plagueis?
him.
How did they afford Plagueis? Oh my god! And then Yoda at the end, I was like, oh, that just made it seem like, oh, they tried to make it canon by putting him in the end, by putting that little shot. I'm like, nope, this isn't. It's not gonna work for me. No, just that little shot of Yoda didn't help it.
Yeah,
It didn't make me think, oh, I'm gonna be excited to watch part 2 because Yoda's gonna be in part 2. I'm like, you should have put, I don't know. You should have done a lot of things.
I knew there was no doubt in my mind they were going to include Yoda.
Right.
But, like, to include him basically into this whole, like, all right, now he knows about this whole incident of some sort. Sure, he might not know that there's, like, Sith Lords out there. But it's like, this is some shady Jedi business. And,
well, like Mark's asking here, do you think she's going to have to lie to Yoda or tell him everything? Somebody earlier, I think it was David or Johnny, said there's no way that she can lie to Yoda. Yoda will be able to sense the lie. So does she do like half-truths? She tells him like truth, but not the full story kind of deal, just to kind of beat around the bush a little bit, or like?
I don't think it matters because I don't think it matters.
Well,
I think they're smart enough to write so that it doesn't, like, it'll just ruin what's being put forward in the prequel trilogy based on whatever they decide to do, because I don't think they're smart enough to include Yoda and make it all wrap up with a pretty bow. If there is a season 2, I just don't see that being possible.
Right.
Because I don't know how you bring Plagueis in, I don't know how you bring Yoda in, and then of course, like specifically with the girls being born in the Force, it's like they clearly have no idea how to incorporate canon that exists, and I don't know. And to answer your question,
No, you're on something right there now.
I don't know which of those 3 pissed me off.
Justin, did you watch the episode? Or are you playing some basketball?
I was gonna say we were gonna have Justin. I wonder what Justin's
football.
doing
Is
right
it football?
Probably no. It's
playing,
basketball. I think it was
NCAA football.
It's football. I knew that.
Oh, football. That's what I said. Yeah, exactly. Justin's probably having a great time. We unfortunately watched the final. Us three, all four of us, unfortunately watched it. I like how they did go back to the planet. I'm like, oh, back to where it all began. I like that moment. That's a positive. That's a plus for me. I was hoping once all those Jedi got back to the planet that we were going to see some more deaths from a lot of Jedi. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a lot of background Jedi.
Like it was a part 2.
Right, you know? Like the second massacre. I was like, all right, here's part 2 to that little fight, you know? Like, sure, like her turning the crystal blood red was pretty cool too. I like that part.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah,
that was a little something we haven't seen in live action before. The solo between Chimera and Soul, I liked. Mm-hmm. I liked it how he incorporated the Force with all those blades coming at him from different directions.
That was cool.
Like there were a lot of cool choreo in this one. I didn't really like the side-by-side fight between the sisters, though. I'm like, I get it, you put that in there, but it was kind of dragged out. I think there's a lot of it, but I don't know. And yeah, just to go ahead, I got gifted subs on Twitch today, so I was forced to sit through that instead of winning my national championship. Oh, man.
Check Twitter. I sent you a link if you want to come say howdy. Just... Lordy, that.
Legus looks cool. He looks cool.
Legus was cool. There was one prediction that I wanted to see, and I was hoping that going back to the planet, going back to that tree, they were gonna like merge or something. You know, the sisters, because they're the same person, right? They're just two different halves. I thought they were gonna do like some type of yin yang stuff. I mean, they've been doing that this whole time, right? They just been switching sides. But I was hoping for some type of merger with the Force, but that would have been cool.
Flip flop. Chaz was during the actual episode kept just screaming, was like, "Just go with her, just go with him, like just go." Like
you don't have to.
Chaz, me too. Movement. I wanted her to go so bad.
It's like it made no sense. It's like, why are you all of a sudden going to stay and be a part? Like now, I want him to face the Jedi Council, even though I murdered all the other ones. He needs to go to the Jedi Council. I'm going to be the good one, and I'm going to stay. It's like, no, just fucking go.
Make it make sense.
Priorities just don't. They constantly freaking change. You know, her allegiance doesn't like belong to anyone. She's like, I'll go wherever I. You know, like first she was with Chimera, then she's like, I'm going to be with Osha and the Jedi, and then Osha's like, come with me. She's like, no, I'm good. She's all over the place, man.
And then not only that, for Osha to also flip and all of a sudden be like, yeah, no, I've grown up with the Jedi, I've been trained by the Jedi and all this stuff, and I'm just going to go kill my master and now completely go against everything I've done this entire season. And now I'm going to be the bad guy.
Justin was the one who coined that one. I think he's like, oh, I predicted that. So that one's for Justin.
Yeah, just thinking. I know this is inconsequential at the end of the day, but she didn't technically murder two Jedi, right? Because Torben technically kills himself, but doesn't like the entire the whole point, especially like this last little moment that they've been kind of like working up to is like she's got to kill a Jedi without using a weapon. Her hands or the Force is just as much a weapon as poison. Like that's just like one step away from like killing him with like a lightsaber or a blaster, right? Like
well, Osha saw this Osha saw this in a vision that May would kill Soul without a weapon, and that's technically what she did. And they're technically the same person, so that's probably what they're trying to go for there.
Yeah,
it's handled poorly, but I can tell what they're trying to go for.
That makes sense. Yeah. That's what they were doing, but it's just like, gosh, man, handle it bad.
You know,
Yeah,
better.
that beginning was so rough to that episode. It was so rough.
I was watching that. I was kind of like glancing at it because like, oh, where are they going with this? And then it just completely shifted after May escapes, right? She
Yeah.
escapes
Yeah.
with the help of the Badger. Okay, so with the Badger guy or whatever he is, like,
Basil,
why
yeah.
did he Basil? I don't know what he's called. Why did he stop Soul?
Because Soul was not doing any jet. He was about to kill her.
Which that
I
don't
didn't-
make no damn sense either.
Yeah.
I thought he was trying to like tractor beam her in because like, there's no way he's gonna
No,
kill
he
her,
was
right?
locked-
No. He was
Fire
locking
on
in to
her.
shoot. That's why
Oh,
Basil did that.
Okay, that makes sense. I was like, there's no way this guy's gonna kill her, right? It's a
Which
tractor
doesn't
beam or
No,
make
you're
something.
about
sense
to.
why he would do that. In
He
the
was
first
about
place.
to kill her. Oh my god! Wow, that's crazy. He said, "Forget it."
Well, that scene started out so cool. You're like, okay, she's escaping.
Right.
All right, we're moving. And then you see Soul pop in there, and he's like, I don't give a shit about these rocks. Whoosh, and just jumps into that. You're like, oh,
Right.
okay, we're going hard in here real quick.
It looked cool.
Right, right.
I finally found. I finally saw some budget in this show.
Yeah.
That's where all the budget
Right.
was. That scene.
all-
All the
Right, that
particles.
scene only. It looked good, but
It
I
looked
mean,
great. Made no damn sense whatsoever.
No.
Completely ignored the fact that those were meteors, but whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't
Right.
care if you got a bigger ship. Your ship would be smashed to shit at that point.
There's always a
There's-
bigger ship.
Yeah, there's always a bigger ship. But I mean, I know this was a joke, but he couldn't get any closer. You don't think that giant ship that's barreling through that stuff would catch up to her at some point? If he's close enough to like shoot her down,
yeah.
you gotta make it make sense. The beginning of that scene started off so good, and then it just, you know what? Tell me how
I
it went.
agree.
Tell me-
Hey, what? Here
Hi.
he is, the man himself.
This show is so great. It's so good.
Happy you made it.
I definitely didn't and wouldn't have rather been playing NCAA over this. Yeah, it was picture perfect. Picture perfect. Everything about this show. I'd give it a 10.
A 10. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yes.
Kind of like
10 from
Yes.
Justin. You heard it.
10.
What? No. No way. I believe
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What made you? I asked whenever Schmook and Nick hopped in here. What made you like raise your eyebrows? What was just like the most frustrating thing between Plagueis, Yoda, and then the actual freaking virgins of stuff?
It's not even that for me. It's the Darth Vader breathing in the beginning that
Yeah.
was cringy as fuck,
That-
and they
yes.
thought they were snapping. Yeah, dude, great show. It's a great show. Disney, you outdid yourself. You outdid yourself. Oh man, if y'all want to send me tickets to the premiere of Deadpool and Wolverine, look, that show was amazing. I love it.
Yeah, good luck there, pal.
I definitely didn't think it was ass. Yeah.
Tin
Yeah.
flashback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, seriously. That show was dog shit. Let's
Here we go.
let's
Oh,
get
it's
this
terrible.
just get this out the way. There's nothing good about that show.
Uh-huh.
I don't give a fuck that they put Plagueis being a little creeper just like Soul around the fucking corner. I don't give a fuck that they gave little Yoda a little 2 seconds of shine because Vanestra had to be there for God knows what reason. Because nepotism.
Yep.
First of all, we're pissed off about LeBron James giving his son a shot in the NBA, but we're not talking about Leslie Headland giving her fucking girl a fucking trash ass position that somehow has a lot of validity to it and might be the main course of season 2. No one wants to talk about that.
He's the only surviving character from season 1. The only one besides the twins. And Chimera, I
probably
guess.
the only other one that has a full idea of what happened here. So, dude, this show is dog shit. Literally, IRS needs to go and knock down Lucasfilm's door and check y'all out for money laundering. I don't know what the fuck
Big
180 million went to, because bro, Chimere's lightsaber literally looks like
Dog shit.
they have
Dog
the
shit.
blade from fucking Savvy's workshop. This show is dog shit. I don't know who signed off on it. Oh yeah, Kathleen fucking Kennedy. Oh, and then we want to go and throw freaking we want to throw Disney as a whole under the whole entire bus. But no, Disney, I'm sorry. I can't blame Disney anymore. I'm not going to let Disney fall on the sword for Lucasfilm's dog shit. They are trash. They don't want to change. Obviously, Disney is willing to let them do something because they're doing it over there at Marvel. We literally get something new and out of the box at Marvel next week. But over here, we have this dog shit. So no, fire Kathleen Kennedy. At this point, fuck it, fire Dave, because he ain't doing nothing either. I feel bad for Dave because he has to fall on the sword with her, but right now, everybody got to go.
He's not fighting for Star Wars. That's the thing that hurts me about Dave is I don't care if he's the protege. I don't care if I love him from my childhood. Mr. God Emperor Dave Filoni is what I've always seen him as, and now it's just like he seems like he's willing to fall on the sword for Kathleen Kennedy. Fight for Star Wars. Fight for George's thing. You're the freaking protege. Fight for it. Like, and this is what we get. I just, it hurts. Hurts my little Star Wars heart, you know?
Bro, fuck this show, bro.
Well,
I should have not watched it.
No, probably not. But hey, we're done. It's over.
You know, I saw this tweet today. I saw this tweet today. This is going to be a fun thing. I know you've seen this, Justin. What do you think about this? Have you seen this yet?
Ooh.
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'll read it because it's kind of hard to see.
I can't see it. No, I see the
small
picture.
Shit.
Yeah. So, Mandalorian Season 3 is getting 4 times the amount of views. This is just the first 5.5 weeks of data. So this isn't all of the Acolyte, but it's the first 5.5 weeks of data for each of these shows.
That's pretty skewed, my friend. That is, I mean, wow. How many times people have rewatched all these shows, these Star Wars shows, compared to the Acolyte Season 1 coming out?
Well, no, this is just during the first 5.5 weeks. This is like during runtime, not rewatch or anything like that. This is during airing.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. That's what I meant, not rewatching. But like for the duration, it's pretty skewed. It's still, but yeah.
And sure, this isn't like the complete information. This isn't like all the data. It doesn't have all 8 weeks for it.
5.5 weeks of data. So, yeah.
5.5 weeks, that gives you enough to go off of. Like, this is your retention for where you're going to be seeing the next
not
2
getting a lot of, or any, hardly any.
None. Absolutely none. Yeah.
It's us, dude. It's just us 4. Us 5.
Yeah. Well, Schmook, Justin, y'all got anything on that? Just looking at those freaking numbers, does that surprise you? Does it worry you for where they can go, or what?
I got nothing.
Hey, dude, there's not much to say. The show, I mean, bro, Hayden wasn't even able to bring Ahsoka out of the woodworks. So, and to me, that's probably the best on that list besides maybe Mandalorian. But like Star Wars is cooked. That's all I can say. Yeah, Star Wars is done. Yeah. People want to act like it's not dying. And first of all, I'm gonna stick up for my boy Chillin. He likes to. I don't know if y'all know, Chillin likes to get into Twitter fights and stuff like that.
Oh,
but he decided to. I know, bro. One of the defenses one of them were saying was Acolyte has new characters. That's why it's not performing well. Mandalorian did too. What are we talking about?
Right?
Cool thing of new characters. That's not the problem. It's they put out shit after shit after shit. So what do y'all want? What do y'all want now? Like, I'm not a grifter, but man, y'all make me want to be. Oh my lord!
Honestly,
it's simply winning cures everything, and Star Wars has been losing pretty consistently. So that's why it's dug itself 6 feet under, and they gotta go on a crazy stretch of banger after banger after banger to have people be like, okay, we might be back. You can't just release this and expect people to jump on board or whatever they do next.
What's next? Skeleton Crew, right?
Skeleton Crew, but even if the next thing was Ahsoka season 2, and I don't know if this is true or not, but it would kind of validate why this happened. Didn't Dave do this so he could get Ahsoka season 2? Like, did he help?
Why are we attaching Dave's name to this? Like, she's
the only
this
person.
Is Leslie Edlin.
Well, Leslie and Kathleen Kennedy. Like, Dave is the creative officer. He does have, like, yes, this can happen. No, this can't happen. But even if he says no,
she has
Kathleen
said
can still
herself.
say yes.
But yeah, Leslie Edlin has said herself that she's gone to Pablo Hidalgo for this dumb shit.
Yep.
So it's like, I don't know how we're supposed to believe somebody that's flip flopping on their own show 1,000 times.
Right.
So,
now this person shouldn't touch any property, in my opinion. like if you're not a complete fan of the material, I don't know why you hire these people, because it's clear as day this person doesn't know shit about Star Wars.
Hire people who understand Star Wars and understand where,
hire
George
fans.
Lucas and Dave Filoni come from, when they're making this stuff, because those are people who
It's simply hire the correct people, and your shows will turn out well.
Right.
Like, hire fans, because they know how to get fans interested, and maybe as a writer, you'll be able to incorporate the stuff that the people like. But then you can bring on like another person to make sure the script and dialogue flows well, and then you get a director that has a good name to make it look flashy. That way you can bring in a general audience. And that's all you need. You need someone who's like being like, okay, I'm fact checking the canon, at least an overseer at the very least. But this person clearly got the full keys to make this show and does not care if, like, oh, we're putting Ki-Adi-Mundi in here for no fucking reason. Oh, we're putting Yoda in here for no fucking reason. Oh, wait, we're putting Plagueis in here for no fucking reason.
Dude, the Plagueis thing, man, I can't believe it.
Just to gloss over it real quick. Just to gloss over real quick, the Ki-Adi-Mundi thing, we just mentioned it earlier. They have to license Ki-Adi-Mundi, so they have to pay extra just to put his name in the credits. Like, that's they had to pay, that's the go to show, like, they're not just utilizing new characters, and that's not like, they're utilizing the old characters and paying extra for them for shite. For no reason. You're just make a new character.
Reason. It tarnishes their legacy more.
It's shite reason, but yeah.
They wanted this type of discussion. They wanted this. I tell you all this every week, guys. They wanted this type of discussion because you don't go and pick the actual guy that can mess up your canon unless you're trying to start something. They chose him. They chose that guy. Who really gave a fuck about Ki-Adi-Mundi before this show?
No.
Oh, wait.
No.
Nobody.
Now, do you know what proves that point even more that you're making? That.
Yeah.
So we put Ki-Adi-Mundi in here, and we're gonna act like we didn't know that he said what he said. That's literally his first line
of all time.
Basically, his first line. So they wanted the smoke. And they're going to try to do some random media tour to soften the blow. And, I mean, sure, we'll see how that works. I for one, will not be watching pretty much anything until Ahsoka season 2. Don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I'll check out Skeleton Crew, but I'm sure I'll be checked out of Skeleton Crew. So it's...
I've never made fun of a Star Wars show while watching it. I did this entire last 2 months.
Well, first time for everything, man. No,
I
can do that for Skeleton Crew too. I'll be there for that.
The which one? Oh, Skeleton Crew. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, hey, if we do another Afterthoughts about Skeleton Crew, if we do that.
I mean, we will.
We can definitely
talk
about
it. If it hurts like this, as much as it hurts within the first 2 or 3 episodes, I don't know if I'm the last. I'll be honest, but we'll give it a go. We'll always give it a go, but
right.
I'm willing to try anything because I like the idea that something new can come out and blow me away.
You know what you should do?
But again, after the first 2 episodes, and if it's dog shit, I am not watching the rest.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
I think 2 is a good number. Well, maybe 3. If they drop 2 at once, then it's 3. If they drop 1, then it's 2.
That's fair.
We watch the first one, see how it is. We'll talk about that, and then go from there. You know, if we get to the second one, be like, you know what, we can't do an afterthoughts about this, guys. We thought we could make it past it, but we can't. We just can't.
The bad thing is, we'll be happy if we make it to an episode 3.
Oh, we'll be losing our minds.
Did Acolyte really mess us up this much, guys?
It did.
Oh, it messed me up. It messed me up.
Yeah.
It's picking at the ashes of the cremation. It's God.
And I'll say this too. It's probably not per se all of the show. It's a lot of the PR that came behind it. It's a lot of the weird shit that what's her name? Amandla
Stenberg was posting and stuff.
Yeah. It's a compiling of stuff. Then you got Kathleen Kennedy's bullshit as well.
Yeah.
It's not just the show, even though the show is a big issue, but it's the fact that you have this trash show, and then you're over here, the patriarchy, and then you're over here with the weird ass song at the end of episode 7, and then it's more than just one. But
even with the PR problems, if the show was able to stand on its own merits and still like excite us week by week or a day by day kind of thing, like then the PR, even though like that's like we will say 1,000 times over and we'll say it 1,000 times again, like PR is Disney, not just Lucasfilm, definitely Lucasfilm, but Disney as a whole's biggest issue. And this doesn't help. But if the show could stand on its own merits, we would have something to like hold on to. There's just nothing to hold on to for any fan anywhere. And they're losing fans. It's going to be harder and harder for people to call themselves fans with stuff like this. I don't know if they understand that aspect of things yet. They're like, oh, we have Star Wars. Everyone always loves Star Wars. You're going to piss people off enough where they're going to stop. Like, and Justin's the first one right here. I think the 3 of us aren't too far behind. Like, literally, I've never said that about a Star Wars show in my life. I'll give it 2 or 3 episodes, and I'm worried about I'm worried about making fun of it while I watch it too. I never thought I'd say that about Star Wars. Like shit, you know, that hurts.
I'm with you there, pal. I mean, it's crazy because like up until this show, I've been fully open to every single one, and I've found enjoyment out of every single one. This show, I've found very little to take hold and enjoy. So it makes me nervous about what's next.
Action's about the only thing I think that was good.
The action's fine.
Take the choreographer. Keep that dude hired. Everybody else just throw him out.
It's like it's Star Wars. The action and any space battle should be tight, but you have to write a compelling story around that stuff because that's the meat of Star Wars is the storytelling and lore building, all of that. Yeah, you get some sick at like lightsaber fights and space battles, but that's popcorn stuff. I want that deep stuff. That's what George knew how. That's why people are loving the prequels nowadays. Like it's aging like fine wine because you just look at that dialogue and overall storytelling and world building it does. I don't see any of that with anything coming from Disney Star Wars. It's rehashing stuff or just making complete and utter nonsense.
Well, the closest thing they have is their animated stuff, and to kind of like bridge the gap between what Justin always says and what you say is they are copy pasting all that stuff. Sure, like some of the storylines are literally just like fatherly character or motherly character, ooh, child, do, and then so on and so forth. All the storylines are pretty copy paste, but they're also those. There's a reason those are the best shows because they're the things that are world building and lore building, and they make other things make sense. They have this intrinsic value to what you're watching, even if it is a little copy pasta with it. You know?
Listen, as much as I enjoy the animated side of Star Wars, I do. That's to me like I need the live action Star Wars.
Exactly.
It's necessary.
I need it to be great because that's what Star Wars was for years, decades, and I hate that we have to talk about this. That it's, oh man, it's now a product. It was never a product. It was art. That's what George was doing, passion project. But now it's all right. Let's sell those toys. That's why George was a genius though back in the day. It's like, oh yeah, I just want like the merchandising rights or whatever. Like that's where he got the big bulk of his money, was from toys and stuff. But when he's writing the original trilogy, he's like, oh, I'm making something killer here. And then he goes back to the prequels and he waits. He doesn't just he doesn't just put him out there until he knows the technology is there. He waited, he saw Jurassic Park and he's like, I can finally do this shit. And that's what you need from these creators. You can't just keep pushing this shit out there. Star Wars, I don't think Star Wars, it has the ability to be a franchise, like connected universe, sure. But it doesn't need to be either. Like, it's not, they have comics, but it isn't a comic book. It was a story about basically a boy setting out on an adventure. And he gets wrapped up in the craziest soap opera family tale of all time. But now we don't get any of that shit. We're just getting, oh, cool, lightsaber sequence. Ooh, cute little alien creature. We don't need that.
We're this entire, like, if there is anything of value to get from this show, obviously just from an audience, like the fighting was cool, but that's about it for that. Like, story-wise, the only thing that the technical writing added to the lore of what we've gotten so far is this just showed Plagueis how to create life with the Force, and I freaking hate that it did that, because that's completely canonical, like busting.
Exactly.
It's awful that they doubled down on that, but at the end of the day, that's the only thing that this really adds to canon. At the end, like,
yeah, I guess it's neat, sure, but it's like, again, it gets rid of the whole idea of the chosen one. Like,
exactly.
Like, why are they not the chosen one? Does that prophecy come after these two are gone? Like, are they the one that sparks this ultimate balance? Like, we are that balance, and then we die, and then there has to be a new us. Are they the chosen one?
Do one of them have a kid, and that kid has a kid, and that kid's kid is Shmi or something like that? Like, I don't know where we're going. Like,
who knows, man?
Man.
I mean, it's an idea, but it's like, because I don't believe the chosen one simply because you can say that Luke in a way is the chosen one as well, and I'm okay with you thinking that, but like, it's ultimately it hinders what Anakin is, where it's born of the Force, and it starts this whole event of the downfall of the Jedi by them not trusting him enough, or he's too old to train. Oh, his midichlorian count's so high. But I don't know.
And they made a point to make sure that they hit those beats in the show.
Yeah. They
Good.
made sure.
Fucking great.
I mean, good on that, I guess.
I wanted to real quick go back on the animation though. Dude, Star Wars isn't popular enough anymore to thrive off of animation only. Like, it's just not. It doesn't have that motion anymore. Star Wars can't survive like that. So the fact that if that's all you got going for you, Star Wars, y'all really need to really think about yourselves, because guys, y'all ain't selling no what's that? Y'all ain't selling no Bad Batch toys to nobody else except for the core people that watched it.
Right.
So it's not moving anymore.
Even, I mean, Tales of the Jedi was awesome, but it didn't get enough views on it. And then even like just from hearing like word of mouth, I might have been out of the country for a month and might not have been able to watch Tales of the Empire that first month it was out. But I'm not, like, literally, you see us, we're the biggest Star Wars, we're the people that Star Wars wants to be watching all their stuff. I haven't taken the time to watch Tales of the Empire, haven't felt the need to, even just because I'm like,
I'm in the same.
It's animation.
I mean, not even that. I love the animation.
I liked what I've seen of Bad Batch, but I don't have that drive towards it.
I did watch Tales of the Empire. The first three just kind of add on to Ahsoka and the relationship between Thrawn and that, which I forget her name.
Elsbeth.
Thank you. Yeah. And the last three were about Barriss Offee, and I like those more. I appreciated those more. I mean, sure. I mean, I didn't really expect to see a redemption arc for Barriss, but I guess I'd like to see where the character went after everything had happened. After she was sent to prison. I'm like, hey, what happened to these Jedi who went rogue? Like, what happened if I don't know. It answered that question for me. So I was like, all right, question answered.
But I don't think every question needs to be answered either.
That's also
You're
true.
right.
Though.
It didn't need to be answered, but I'm like, all right, well.
Because all it does truly is just push that, that was Ahsoka's big arc to being like, I'm done with the Jedi. And that's all I need. I don't need to, see the rest of this girl's story. But, I mean, it's fine that they do it. Like, I don't care. But it's like, how about you focus on just making, a good live-action property instead of this?
You're absolutely right. I was thinking to see a lot more Vader, or
any Vader.
I mean, I know, Tales of Empire. You think what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Sheev and Anakin.
Tales of the Empire.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the first thing is Palpatine and Vader.
Yeah, you're 100%. Yeah.
They are the Empire. They're the two main guys.
And then we get Varys.
That's insane.
but not only that, they teased. They teased Vader in the trailer, guys.
And he's only there for
for 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
No
to
way.
do what we just saw OSHA do in that fucking mask.
Yes.
It's so dumb.
No way.
I will just spat up my water on my laptop.
I guarantee you, there's 6 episodes of Tales of the Empire. He's only in there for 5 seconds.
That's
5 seconds, if that.
Wow.
Oh man.
Wow. All right. That makes me want to watch it less. I'll tell you what.
I know.
Yeah, that doesn't excite me any.
Until I really like Tales of the Jedi, but I mean.
But they baited you thinking, you made us all think Vader about to go ahead and smash some people in this thing.
Right.
No,
Right.
He's there to just step real quick and sit. Great time.
Wow.
I'm dazed and confused for Star Wars in general right now. Dazed and confused for Star Wars in general. They totally left the season open though, Rodrigo. They totally left it open, and they're going to try to get another one. I hope they don't as well. It doesn't make any sense.
They're gonna get a second season.
Right, guys. I need to get out of here. Hate to say, but overall, Acolyte dog shit show.
Give us before you're out.
I hope that we can get good Star Wars, but I'm losing a lot of hope. We need a new hope, which would be just clean house, get rid of everyone, get someone who knows Star Wars, and yeah, that's it. All right, guys. I'll catch y'all soon.
All right, brother.
Bye, dude. Peace. I don't know why I wait. My camera's not on.
Oh,
It's
man.
actually hilarious.
I think the best part is the fact that we didn't even know you waved.
Yeah,
I know. I know. No, that's what was funny about sharing it. Thanks, Chaz. Thanks, buddy.
Oh Lord.
There was more Vader in Tales of the Empire than there was Plagueis and Acolyte, but not by much. Oh well, that's great. That gives me a good amount of time to go off of.
Dude, bro.
I'm sure it'll make sense when Disney remakes the original trilogy. Seppuku is going to happen right now. Okay, no, bad joke. But anyway,
The sad part is that's what Kindle tells me he wants to happen basically, and I'm just like, bro, why would that? You know what type of shit that's gonna start? Like y'all know what's gonna happen, guys. Y'all know what's gonna happen. They're gonna make Obi-Wan Kenobi black, and then the fucking fan base is gonna lose their shit. Like, it's gonna happen. Like,
make Obi-Wan black. Make Mace Windu white.
I was about to say white Mace Windu, black Obi-Wan.
No, they'll make
all the droids are trans. They're fucking go ahead.
Okay, hold on now.
Go ahead.
Hold on now. I'm not trying to get canceled. I hate the show already. Gosh, we're already
what do you mean? It won't get canceled. Gonna open up a whole new base.
Oh man,
a lot more people are gonna watch.
Fuck no, I don't want all those grifter fans. Nah, bruh.
Who was already saying? Go ahead.
They'll make Obi-Wan black, Mace Windu Hispanic, and then everyone else will still be the same. That's what's gonna happen. Everyone else will still be the same. and the fan base is gonna lose their absolute shit. And then they're gonna make Anakin, Luke and Leia twins, but they're gonna be biracial twins because Padme is gonna be black. Watch.
Love it.
I was about to say, I think Padme is gonna
Take
be like
my money.
Look, I personally don't care. Like, if they wanted to do that,
hey,
I would have. My issue would be them making a rebooting altogether.
Doing it at all.
Give me a damn good story. I don't care what anybody looks like, what anybody smells like, sounds like. I don't give a shit. Just give me a good story. I just don't expect a good story.
But you know what fan base we're working with, and you know how it's gonna go, and yeah, it's gonna be fucked. So, yeah, no, I'd rather not. Just rather not. It's already exhausting to talk about.
You know how they
this shit.
do announcements for the new Star Wars shows, right? Or when is that happening? San Diego Comic-Con? Is that coming up? Or when is it?
Next week.
Next week?
Star Wars might not be in there, so
yeah. I don't know what's in the pool of it, but I'm just thinking, like, oh, when are we gonna get our next list of shows? And are we gonna see? It happens every like 2 years or so. They'll give us like a new list or something. 3, 4. I'm like, oh god, here we go. Praying for a new good show.
it's the thing. It's probably the Disney call, the Disney investor calls, where they'll say something next about Lucasfilm.
Yeah,
Probably.
it says they have panels, but I don't think they're gonna like have a huge something.
Yeah, well, they already said that Disney is planning on all of like the TV show type announcements that they have. They're saving for their D23 Expo, and then
There you go.
Comic-Con. They're focusing just on movie releases. They said that specifically for Marvel, but I think that also applied to like Star Wars and other IPs as well.
I buy that. You know, it's all covered by Disney, so all under Disney, Marvel, Star Wars. So D23 though for TV shows, you were saying.
Probably.
Yeah, that's what, or at least like that's when they might say something about it, but like all the big announcements are supposed to be movies for Comic-Con. So we'll see.
So A New Hope coming then. Go ahead.
The only reason I don't buy them putting out anything for movie wise as far as San Diego Comic-Con goes for Star Wars is because we know everything they pretty much got in the pipeline. Mandalorian, Grogu, and the Rey movie. So, like that's 4 years out anyways. So we know Lucasfilm don't like to plan.
The only thing they could talk about is Mando and Grogu.
Well, I was gonna say the announcement that they should make is Acolyte the movie first instead of a season 2 of it,
or just forget about it. And you know what? Take a. I know people gave the man flack, but take a freaking book out of Zaslav and axe that shit. Get yourself a tax cut real quick, please. Why did you release that? Get your $180 million tax cut.
Well, it's not worth 180.
It was worth more than that. They would have been able to write off a lot more than that.
They only
wise.
do up to a maximum of 70%.
Okay,
Yeah.
well.
So it's a maximum of 70%, and it's dependent on what it is. So they don't get the full write-off. But who says that 1 hour didn't turn into 3 hours when bookkeeping was done? We don't know.
I'm sure they know what to do to make sure they get what they need. So,
well, like you said, even it might not be a tax write-off because it could have been a scheme in a different way, possibly. I mean,
so
the bad thing is
they just need to do
it.
They could have done
Flugel just finished the final episode. It was good. I mean, good compared to the rest of it for sure, maybe, but I don't know if I can claim it's truly good.
It's good that it's over.
Yeah, depends on the writer. Could a Mace Windu show or movie save Star Wars? No.
No, nothing's saving Star Wars right now. What it would do would
they
bring.
already tried that with Marvel.
Secret Invasion was so dog shit. Holy
if there's a show that is worse than The Acolyte, it's Secret Invasion.
No, I will watch
That I will watch my guy Samuel Jackson kiss a fucking toad any day of the week before I rewatch any of this dumb show.
I'd rather watch the
swear.
action of the Acolyte over the freaking secret.
No, because
I'd rather
there's so much shit you got to skip through to get to that. I'd rather not. I'm good. No,
I was so disappointed. Secret Invasions.
To watch in Secret Invasion either. aside from Daenerys becoming all powerful,
dude, I'm saying
this new Kira character is the strongest Marvel character there is on the planet right now,
and then completely gets ignored.
Oh god,
and that's oh man, that's so sad because they had a star-studded cast on that thing, and now everyone's fed up with all of them.
Endgame was really Endgame, wasn't it?
Yeah,
pretty much.
I haven't watched anything post Endgame. What the hell is Marvel even doing now? They're gonna tell you otherwise. I wouldn't watch it any of them.
They're
Maybe
about to
watch
fix
Deadpool
it with Wolverine and Deadpool. That's what they're
exactly.
That's what everyone's saying.
There's some things that are okay, but
but you have to sift through a bunch of bullshit.
No, you don't. Just go look at the reviews. People tell you which one's ass and which one's good.
Loki, watch Loki, watch WandaVision. That's it.
Oh, I got you. If you're wanting to go watch something that's Marvel, that you've seen already, stick to any of the Loki. Obviously, Wanda, as he said. You can go watch Shang-Chi, because Shang-Chi's awesome. Go watch Spider-Man movies, because I guess you want to. Anyways, yeah, Spider-Man movies. Anyways.
Yeah, one of them is.
That's fair. I was thinking.
Look. This is Echo is not good, but it's not terrible. Okay, guys, it's not terrible.
It's right up next door to terrible.
I'm about to say that's.
I will look.
There's terrible.
That
and then
show is not great by any means. I will watch that show 5 times over before I watch Acolyte, like bar none.
I think I don't know.
Another one, it's not good, but no, I'm not even gonna say that one. Don't go watch the Marvels because you'll buy flip shit. Yeah. And then Deadpool and Wolverine coming out next week. Well, yeah, next week. So you'll have fun with that one.
Yeah,
there's a lot more in the pipeline for them than there is for you to go watch Star Wars. If you're watching Star Wars, you can definitely go up there.
Yeah. Is that an actual show or is it? I don't know. I'm scared to read that one out loud. Don't goad me like that. He said, "What's it say?"
Turpin, Mr. D. Turpin, best TV show 2024.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. This is
I'll
funny.
take your word for it.
Race Wendy with Vernestra Romcon win. We can call it the Purple Saber. Good lord.
The purple, yeah, exactly.
You take
Well,
that
okay,
back.
Rodrigo.
We only saw the whip the one time.
Oh, just
she
the-
never
that's
brought
it.
it back out.
You're right.
She-
You're right.
dude,
They put
she
it in the
didn't even
trailer.
They literally put it in the trailer for her to hit a bug.
It was just at the bug, right?
That's
Wait.
great.
What-
Oh man, I didn't
what,
think
what
about
was
that.
it, Justin? A glorified.
They literally-
Fly swatter,
I
dude.
thought
Fucking
I
fly
thought
swatter
it
is
would come
crazy.
out at least one more time. That's insane. That's actually wild to me that they didn't even use it at all, aside from that one moment. And they put that in the trailer.
Do you know what I was expecting? I was expecting whenever she looked up and saw Kymir's like spot where he was just standing, I didn't even think she was gonna see him. I thought she was just gonna whip it out and start a fight. I was like, come on, and then nothing. And nothing.
No. Instead, we ran out and started crying under trees, and then made people forget things, even though they didn't need to forget it, because they could have just came with them the whole fucking time, and we could have avoided what the entire next season's gonna be.
So that's how red lightsabers are born. The funny part is in the comics apparently it's way more dramatic and way cooler.
Right.
So I don't understand.
Well, Jedi Survivor.
That down.
Jedi Survivor, like it's similar, but it shouldn't have been like someone did comment. I saw it a little earlier. Someone commented that it was like just 2 seconds. It should have been longer.
Yeah.
If it was like an 8 to 10 second thing, perfect. Just give us that, like, it takes a moment. Like, it just not a long moment, but just a moment. You know, it needs to have that gravitas behind, like,
well,
this just yin yang exactly what it like inherently was.
Not only that, she didn't even like. she pulled it out and showed it off, and then just put it back up. Didn't even use it. Like, she killed Soul with her hands. And in my head, when the whole scene was going down, I'm like, what? Like, just she's gonna pick up that saber, be choking him out, turn that bitch on. It's gonna flux and go do the blue to red while she's holding him in force choke, and just either stab or swing. And that would have been so much cooler, but they didn't.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie. What makes it worse for me is the fact that they did this, and it happened. It happened like that, right? Anakin slaughters the whole Jedi Temple.
Right.
Chokes his wife out. Fights his best friend.
/ dad, brother, uncle, like,
and his shit is blue as can be, bro.
Like I didn't even do that. I didn't even do any of that. It's blue, bright as blue. You're right. It could. And Ocean's was like, oh, red.
Yes, like, oh my god, she choked somebody. I'm red. What?
I am so mad right now.
This girl is crazy. No,
She is out of
killed
control.
everybody. and blue as can be.
Yeah,
that's what we're doing. So yeah, dude, the planning of this show has been absolutely awful.
Atrocious.
Yeah.
Chaz had the perfect word for it earlier. It's asinine. It's just asinine.
Completely asinine.
Like, you know, and Flugel had the cherry on top. He's not even mad about like the lightsaber like color changing. What about the eyes? Like during all that time, Anakin's eyes were Sith eyes during that time.
Yes.
Because it was showing that he was changing. Like, give us
be consistent.
It gave us nothing, bro.
Moodering
nothing
saber.
at all,
Yes.
bro. It's not earned. Honestly, I will give them this. I expected her to believe her sister the moment she told her. So
right.
That's true. Yeah.
It's not saying much, but this show is so
we
bad.
made the comment. We were talking about it 5 weeks ago, where we thought this was going to happen 2 weeks ago, where then it was going to have like a second flip flop and like correct itself. They corrected themselves at the very end and didn't really even correct themselves.
Well, yeah, we thought this episode was going to be like episode 6.
Yeah.
And then episode 7 and 8 was going to be like them course correcting after each one has selected a different side than the original, and then it would come to a head at the end. But instead, they saved that for the end, and I guess that's going to be season 2, when that should have just been 2 fucking episodes, because still everyone needs to die. Well, I guess not. I guess not now, but
kind of, sort of. Well, like Rodrigo's saying, I like the story thread between Vernestra and Chimere. That's a decent concept.
Yeah.
Both actually have a decent motivation. I hope they don't ruin that. They've already kind of ruined it by not putting it in this season. They're prolonging it into something that's never going to be greenlit. This was the second act. We got to the end of the second act.
Dude. It's gonna
There's
be
a third act that we're missing.
It's gonna be greenlit.
Stars, we knew what they were from. Like, it's not like it was a reveal per saying that at the very end. It was blatantly obvious, and them withholding that information the entire time is just annoying, because it's fucking obvious. Like, that slash on his back is from a whip. And there's literally only been one whip ever seen, and it's alright.
And they're not gonna do some crazy, like we were trying to figure out. Oh, this Sith dude's gonna be some, like, is it gonna be Plagueis, or is it gonna be like Tenebris? Is it gonna be, who is it? Is Indara not dead? Is she gonna come back and do this? No, it's the most like obvious freaking like blatant person that it possibly could be. So the back markings are gonna come from the most obviously blatant thing that could possibly happen as well.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
The fan base has pretty much called out every so-called dramatic,
twist, turn, whatever.
Twist, turn, exactly. We've called that out for a week at a time.
Just a little bit.
We've called that out the whole entire time, dude. Like, we knew there's gonna be a switch in them. It's more than likely gonna be Osha's the Sith and all that shit. We knew that. Everyone had an idea that Chimere was who he was when we just saw him in the poison stuff. Bro, nothing about this show was just outright shocking.
And you know what pisses me off because I thought it was going to happen for a few moments, and then of course we got the freaking killing Master Soul. He should have been the villain. He should have make Soul the freaking like the little theory we came up with about halfway through the show. Infinitely better. Infinitely better.
Well, they kind of did that in the worst way. Is they let Soul
They did.
exactly. They killed him too.
Vanessa an op, dude. She's like, I'm sorry, my friend, but I'm gonna go basically put you as the scapegoat for all of this.
The sisters just needed to die.
Even with half truths, what the hell is Yoda supposed to tell her?
Yeah, for real.
Like what? Like what? How about the
Not
aliens?
canon,
Are you used to seeing more aliens? I'd love to see more aliens. That was one. Okay, this show did two good things: hired a decent fight choreographer, and put a bunch of people in alien costumes. That should be every Star Wars project. That should be like before your baseline. That's like pre-baseline Star Wars. And okay, Rodrigo, you did say something really good a second ago. Was it before or after Dick Turpin? Because he did say that was just a British comedy show, a la Austin Powers and Blackadder, which sounds cool. I think even a Basil movie could be good. Depends on the writing. Anything can be good with good writing. Basil, you could as weird as it can be.
Basil origin story. Basil is secretly a Jedi. Or Sith. Whoa, hold on.
It's season 1 of Mando with a character that doesn't work. You don't see a face of. You can't get the emotions of besides like body posture. You could do something similar and have a good story with Basil. It really doesn't matter if you have a talented enough writer or a team of writers. There wasn't enough to tell human stories. There's no way we could tell a cool story that has like some like quirk like that. There's no way we could even get there. They don't have good enough writers to tell generic stories.
You smoked too much weed today? What the fuck are you talking about? A story about Basil? Guys, what the fuck?
Yes.
Basil.
Basil.
A great writer can make anything
Basil is
good.
secretly a Sith
A
Lord.
guy that just sniffed around.
Yes.
The one thing that I actually hoped died in this fucking show. Y'all want a movie about him? Come
I want 3.
What are we talking about? There's
Basil
no
the trilogy.
making Basil cool.
You also just made a
What are
good
you gonna
point.
do? Make him have a cooler waddle? Like he's not cool. There's nothing.
Episode
cool
1.
about Basil.
Origin of Basil. Episode 2.
I don't think it'd be good.
Basil
I think
strikes
there's
back.
potential. Basil fights Grogu. Let's sell the merch. Anyway,
Dude.
no, you brought a good point up in the fact that Basil's still alive. He's really the one that should be dead. He's been around, like he's seen all the shit go down. Like he's seen shit go
But
down.
the difference is he can't talk. So think Lord.
Well, he can. He just has to find a Jedi that took.
They
time
can't
to
talk.
Wookiee.
Right.
Like a good writer would have made him cool. That's the point. Yeah, like a good writer can make anything like. Make
There's no one making that cool. Let's stop. There's some things you just can't make cool. Okay, and Basil is one of them.
You can Dark Crystal him just a little bit and make it all right.
No.
But,
Do or do not. You either make him cool or he's not cool.
hey, they managed Yoda in the late 70s. He doesn't need to be cool, but they managed Yoda in the late 70s, and he wasn't necessarily even cool. He was goofy at the same time, you know. But like,
Yeah.
And then he turned around and used the Force.
Yeah, I was saying
Yeah.
that's a different character though entirely.
give Basil
Yeah.
a lightsaber.
Darth Basil.
It would have been better.
And then also his turn, real quick, and then I'm gonna go win another national championship. He turned on what's his face, like nothing.
Soul.
Can someone explain that to me?
Well, Soul was about to kill May.
And
Yeah.
Well,
that was that was the plan the whole entire time.
Well, no, he wanted to bring.
No, he wanted to bring her in.
That was the more
Didn't work.
confusing part. Was why is Soul trying to kill May whenever he needs her to prove his innocence?
That is the least questionable thing.
Justin, I
This
got
whole
hung up
entire
on the
time.
same part because I thought he was like gonna tractor beam her, right? I thought he was gonna reel her in.
No,
Yes!
he
I was like,
literally
hey, why is
walked
Basil
on.
just? Why is he, stopping him? It's like, oh. Then they explain, Harrison Chaz explained, oh, she was trying to kill her. I was like, what? I thought
Yeah,
he was
that
trying to
wasn't a
bring
practice
in like
game.
5 minutes ago.
Yes. Why are we not trying to kill her at this point? Like what?
Right. I don't know.
She killed a Jedi.
Yeah.
She stole a ship. It's time for her to die. And Basil's over here ripping shit out. What? He lost the plot. He should have been dead.
Well, Soul lost the plot first, which made Basil had to lose the
He
plot.
never had the plot.
More.
He's over here
That's
trying
true.
to child abduct kids. Like, no.
Yeah. This all started because he had an obsession with a child.
Exactly. He on his Dr. Disrespect stuff. It's weird. The whole thing is weird. I don't know why someone just thought this was a cool thing to do. We made Jedi look incompetent. We made Jedi look predatorial. We made Jedi just irrelevant. And we completely changed the way everyone sees them now that watch the show anyways.
Yeah.
How anyone sees them now. Because now I'm like, dude, being a Jedi you're just stupid. You're just stupid. You barely know how to use the Force, obviously, too, because they like, okay, another thing. And then I'm going. She is laying there right in front of Soul. Has whatever that stupid little droid is she has, picking the lock. He doesn't sense any of that and gets shocked. Fast forward, he's fighting Chimere, and he throws the lightsabers and force pulling them back. And he somehow has his senses tuned again to where he can sense it and do all of that. Yeah. This doesn't make sense. I didn't know you pick and choose when you want to use the Force all the time. It's crazy. So, oh Lord, I don't think any of these people know what they're doing with Star Wars. Look, chat, if y'all didn't give me those gifted subs, I would have not wasted my time. Because this show's terrible. Before I go, Harris, are you gonna be there Friday? I mean Saturday.
Friday or Saturday? Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah. All right. We were trying to get somebody that was really positive on Star Wars to come through. He ducked and dodged my message. But
Obsession.
Much love, guys. Oh yeah, fuck that guy. I'm sorry.
Justin, it's been a pleasure. Even though the show didn't go up to par. I mean, did we all have high expectations? I don't believe so. I'm glad we all came out alive.
Nick, first of all, it's been nice to meet you and talk to you almost every week.
Appreciate it, man.
Hopefully get some more discussions with you in the future, and ones that I'm not too heated about, because this is just not a good one for me. It's really not been good for me.
Y'all want to do Agatha?
Honestly, I hate to say it, I have a lot more hope for Agatha than this show.
The trailer
by
looked
far.
pretty good. I mean,
it didn't look bad. It didn't look like it wasn't amazing, but it looked fun.
Gotta watch that.
I'm not doing a watch party for it though.
Yeah, just
I'm doing that shit.
No.
But hopefully, Nick, and I'm sorry, brother, I always forget your name in the back.
Chaz, what's up, man? It's all good. It's all good. I haven't been on actual camera on myself. I will be as of next week.
Okay,
man.
I'll
be back in Texas in my place.
Hey, Texas. It's 100
Right,
degrees out here.
I'm ready to get back to the
100 degrees out here. Get ready.
Yeah, well, go back to the heat. Right for August. Damn.
Bro.
Oh, yeah.
I pulled out my dirt bike on Sunday. Yeah. I pulled out my dirt bike and rode it for like 5 minutes. Dude, that thing burned my leg just from the heat it was exhausting off of it. So that's not great out here. But it's been great meeting y'all. Great meeting y'all and all that stuff. Hopefully we can talk about better stuff soon. See you, Harris, on Saturday. I will try to be in a better mood.
Before you leave, let everybody know where to find you, and then can you answer me one quick question that we've already asked? I just want to know the answer to it after the end of this series.
Okay. Yes. My live streaming channel is Justified MF. I sometimes also stream with Kindle over in the Nerds Underground. And then I have another channel called Justified Nerd. So that's where I do a lot of just talking shit. So yeah. What's the other question?
What's gonna hurt George Lucas? What tarnishes George Lucas's legacy more, the sequel trilogy or the Acolyte?
The sequel trilogy more because everyone has seen that shit. Unfortunately, everyone has seen it. This
canon based, not necessarily audience.
Canon. If we're talking about canon based, it's this because I mean, if anything, it does suck how they treated Luke, but it doesn't tarnish what Luke did. It doesn't tarnish what Leia did, or Solo did, or Anakin.
Anakin. I think it hurts Anakin more.
Yeah, it hurts Anakin the most, but at the end of the day, you can still kind of give it a defense of like, yeah, maybe not. It was just dumb. Like it's just dumb. But if you look at this show, it completely changes the way you look at Anakin, completely changes the way we look at Jedi, completely changes the way we look at Sith at this point. And that, if we're talking canon wise, it's this by far. It's not even fun. Like I don't understand why they wanted to release this. All seriousness, it's like I actually, despite all the PR stuff that Leslie Headland did, I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt and hope that because she had such cool things that she could do with having Jedi, with having Sith, that she could cook up something, and she did not do that. I don't know what she was aiming for, and I just circle back to that conversation she had saying this might not be for everybody, but dude, this was not even kind of on the lines of Star Wars, and you want all of us to embrace you when you are not even giving a damn about any of this, because again, this is stuff that they've added to literally make a weird conversation about by adding Ki-Adi-Mundi. So this one, canon wise, wrecks it in my opinion. So
okay,
but yeah,
I'm with you.
I'm glad it's over.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's all we have to look forward to is less Acolyte.
Yes, because
show is bad when people are glad it's over. It's a sigh of relief when it's finally done.
You know, a show is bad when almost universally people are like, nah, this show ain't good. Even the ones that are usually just on the side of, bro, it's Star Wars, love it. They are even like, dog, this ain't it. So, yeah. Anyways, boys, I will see y'all later. I'm done yapping about this dumbass show until Saturday, and then I'm done. So, later.
We're not far behind you. Nick, you want to answer those questions?
Yes. Closing question. Well, all my handles are Nick at Night with pretty much an underscore at the end. If you can't find it with just where he's pointing, put an underscore at the end. You'll probably find it. But it's Nick at Night on Instagram, TikTok, on on Threads as well. I don't pretty much get on it, but okay. What hurts more canonically, this show or the sequels? I did like what Justin said about the masses. A lot of people have seen the sequels more than this show. I think they really, really tried in the Acolyte to make it canon with Ki-Adi-Mundi and Yoda. So, and with that, I don't like how they did Anakin dirty. Like they did his whole how he was so special in the prophecy, and at least in the sequels, it was kind of resetting the balance. Like, oh, the dark side's kind of taking over again, and Rey's gonna be this new quote unquote prophecy to balance it again, because that's what these movies are based on, the imbalance and trying to balance it again. But the thing is, I think with the sequels, is they shouldn't have had a victory. They should have had a tragic ending like Episode 3 that sets Rey off and Ren off to another 3. With people who know how to write a show. I'm just saying, or write a movie. But yeah, I think I don't know. To put it to an end, Acolyte was worse. I would rewatch the sequels. I'd rewatch The Last Jedi, I think. I know I know Luke dies, but I just like the action in that. I like Poe in the beginning facing that giant ship and taking it on, and that's what I like more. But anyway, that's it. Acolyte was worse.
Icarus does bring up a good point right here. I think the sequels actually do. They use characters that were created by Lucas. Acolyte is a separate story. He probably doesn't care much about it. I doubt he cares anything about it, but I think it probably taught.
Right.
That's interesting because from his point of view, the sequels probably would tarnish the legacy more just because he literally doesn't give a shit enough to probably watch or know anything about the Acolyte. If he were to watch this, I feel like he would probably feel like this tarnished it more, but that's also
you're right. I think you're right. The sequels, though, compared to the Acolyte, they hit different trilogies. Acolyte hurts like the original canon, or not what am I saying? The prequels. Acolyte hurts the prequels a little more, and then the sequels obviously hurts the OG trilogy. Because they do use a lot of those same characters. Like, I mean, you watch the sequels, you don't think Anakin. I mean, you think Anakin a little bit with Kylo's motives and whatnot, but
did Leslie Headland get the idea of killing Indara Torben and kill knockoff the way she did by the sequels, killing off Han, Luke, and Leia the way they did? Like,
oh my dude, I'm still
because that's a little bit of a parallel I haven't thought about right now.
Just killing off those masters with hardly any effort.
It
was so dumb. Like, yeah, I thought that was really dumb.
Don't know if Lucas loved milk that much.
Don't know if Lucas loved milk.
Yeah. Well,
all right, guys, that's it for me for Acolyte. I'm glad I lasted this long, or still alive coming out of it. It was fun, guys.
Yeah, man, it was interesting. Well, Chaz, what we forgot to ask you. What would you say for that? What's your answer?
I mean, basically everybody's kind of hit all the notes that I'd say. It's I mean, as far as canon breaking, it's an Acolyte without question. Between them, everything that they ignore, everything that they added that just doesn't add up to previous lore and history and story of Star Wars. It's lazy. It could have been something that was actually an interesting storyline, great concept, horrible writing choices. But I'm glad that it's done.
I'm glad we all get to watch our other favorite shows.
Yeah. Now we get to watch things we enjoy.
Go back to Stargate.
Let's go watch something that we all know and loved. That we could just be like, the good times.
Yeah. Speaking of, y'all gotta let Chaz know he's gonna be moving into a new place in the next week or so and getting settled. And once he does that, you gotta let the man know when the Stargate watch party should start. Because I'm sure the computer is one of the first things being set up. But if you want to see him sooner, you have to get on him and tell the man, say, "Hey, let's do these things."
Yeah, that'll be soon. That'll be once I'm set up at home, I will start having my own content.
2-3 weeks or so.
What, as far as getting ready? Potentially. I also have a wedding to go to.
In September.
Yeah, but I gotta go in August as well.
All right. Well, we will keep y'all updated as always. And, follow Justin everywhere. Follow Nick everywhere like they just asked y'all to. Because they are cool people, great people that were able to talk a shite show through with us. And we were able to have fun with it nonetheless just because of all of us hanging out. And thank you. And thank you, Justin, for hanging out with us. It's been a hell of a lot of fun as always. And while you're at it, don't you know? But yeah, that's all from us. Good night, guys. Good night, chat. Been fun. It's been excellent, Alex. Thank you for hanging out.
Everybody.
Everything already Anderson. Everything already A, baby. Y'all be safe. Thank you again. Thank you, Nick. And may the force be with y'all.
May the force.